people, this is Radhima here and welcome to my YouTube channel Gaining Grades. This channel is made for the subject of accountancy for especially the standard 11th and 12th. So guys, in this channel I will be uploading all the topic videos of subject accountancy. So it will be on the series like part 1 and part 2. I will start the video from the meaning of accounting. So if you are a student of subject commerce, then this video is only for you guys, because I'm going to clear all the concept of accounting in this video. Okay guys, so without wasting any time, let's start and focus on the video. As you can see here, I have mentioned a definition of accounting. So it is written that accounting is a systematic process of identifying, measuring and communicating economic information of a business organization to its users for decision making. Which means accounting is a systematic process. So now you must be thinking that how accounting is a systematic process. Wait, I'll make you understand how it is systematic process. Can you see here there is some 7 steps. So yes, these 7 steps are followed one by one. That is why it is a systematic process. As you can see, first step is identifying business transactions, which means the business organization identifies all the transaction of sales or purchases. For example, there is a shopkeeper of clothes and he regularly buys some clothes for selling out on his shop. So he identifies how much clothes are bought on this particular month and how much clothes are sold out. So in the same way, the business transactions also identified by the business organizations for selling and purchasing. So there is another process which is measurement in monetary terms. Measurement in monetary terms means we need to measurement all the transactions in money terms. For example, there is a shopkeeper of clothes, he bought some clothes, so he will measure these clothes transactions in money, that how much clothes are bought on his shop and for how much rupees. Like he bought some of 50 bundle clothes and per bundle is costing 1000 rupees. So he will measure this per bundle costing 1000 rupees into 50 bundle is equal to 50,000 rupees. So he will measure this for 50,000 rupees. Then there is another step which is recording the business transactions. So in the same way, this is also recorded in the business organization. Like the example which I have taken before, the shopkeeper measured these transactions in money terms for 50,000 rupees, per bundle costing 1000 rupees into 50 bundle is equal to 50,000 rupees. He will record this transaction. In the same way, the business organization also records the transaction of his company, whatever sales and purchases are happening in his company. So there is another step of classification in the process of accounting. Classification means to classify something or to categorizing something in a particular system or in a particular group. That means to classify the business transactions in the company. For example, there is a shopkeeper of clothes. He has so many customers. So some of his customer wants to buy some clothes, but they are not having that much money right now. So they wants to buy the clothes in land. For example, there is a customer whose name is Ram. So Ram wants to buy some clothes for 10,000 rupees in land. So the shopkeeper lends to the clothes to his customer Ram. So he will record this transaction in his diary or a book that he gave 10,000 rupees of clothes to the Ram in the particular date. So there is another customer whose name is Sohan. He also wants to buy some clothes for 10,000 rupees or some 15,000 rupees. So the shopkeeper also record the transaction of Sohan, but he cannot record all this transaction in one particular book or in one particular page. He will maintain a separate account for Ram or for Sohan. This is how the shopkeeper can classify all his customer details, and he can easily check it out that this customer has taken this much clothes for this much money in this particular date. So this will be easy for him. So in the same way, the business organization also classifies all his transaction of sales and purchases or all the loans details. Okay guys, after classification there is another step which is summarization. Summarization means all the transactions of business of all the accounting transactions for one accounting period. We need to prepare them in a summary. One accounting period means for how many time account is made. Generally accounting period is made for 1 year. So in 1 year in the business organization, whatever transactions are happen in particular 1 year, we need to record all the transactions in one summary or in a some short form. So it is called as a summarization of business transaction. Then after summarization there is another step of interpretation of business transaction. Interpretation means analyze something. To analyze, to interpret the business transactions, how we will interpret these things. Whatever transactions are made in a business organization, will analyze all the transaction. After making all the accounts, we will analyze that how much profit we gain to this business organization or how much loss is made in the business organization. So after analyzation or interpretation, there is a last step which is called as a communication. Communication means we need to communicate the economic information of the organization to its users. Now you must be thinking that who are the users of business organization. The users are two type of users which I have mentioned here. First is the internal user and second is the external user. So internal users are basically who works internally in the business organization, like the owner of the company and the shareholders, the board of directors, the partners and the employees, who has the right to know the information of business, that the business on which they are working, it is running on a profit or running in a loss. They have the right to know the information, to know the economic information. So guys, who are the external user? External users are the banker, the government, the creditors and the lenders. The banker can be external user because bank provides loans to the company. If the company wants to take a loan from the bank, then bank has to investigate that the company is running on a profit or on a loss. So that is why the external user are the banker also. And the government is the external user because government has to take some taxes from the company. I hope you understood the whole concept and meaning of accounting, but if you have any queries regarding this, so you can text me on the comment section. And if you like the content, so you can tap to the black thumb and make it blue, and also subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching the video guys, and keep gaining grades.